ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
A local child has died of COVID-19, marking the first pediatric death in the county. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo discovered COVID-related deaths in children are rare.
The little boy was just 10 years old, and county officials say he had underlying medical conditions. In what the county called a sad milestone, a 10-year-old boy is now the youngest victim of COVID-19 in San Diego. In a statement, County Public Health Officer Dr. Wilma Wooten expressing her deepest condolences to the family and friends of the child, saying in part, "This boy's death is a somber reminder that this pandemic impacts everyone in our community, regardless of their age, and we must do everything we can to protect each other and slow the spread of the virus." According to the CDC, most children with COVID-19 have mild symptoms or no symptoms at all. Their website saying, quote, "In rare cases, they might die." Like adults, the risk of severe illness in children increases for those with underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, or obesity. The county did not release what health issues the child had. Dr. Wooten urges San Diegans to continue doing things like washing their hands, social distance, mask use, and vaccinating when it's your turn. Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
It's all very exciting for us. We're just sorry we're this year laboring under these COVID restrictions we didn't have last year.
San Diego's restaurants are preparing for the big game, but county officials worry that Super Bowl Sunday could become a COVID super spreader. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is in the gas lamp with restaurant owners who plan to do big business this weekend.
For many restaurant owners, Super Bowl Sunday is traditionally a big day for them. This year, they will be focused on serving people, but also controlling crowds. Kansas City Barbecue in downtown San Diego is known as the Top Gun Bar. But this Sunday, it's all about their NFL allegiance.
We have been the Chiefs bar for San Diego since we opened almost 38 years ago.
Martin Blair and his wife own the restaurant. With the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the big game, they plan to take advantage of their outdoor space and put up a big screen and some TVs outside. While outdoor TVs are restricted in Los Angeles County, that's not the case in San Diego County. Blair says they will also be limiting service to reservations only, so it doesn't get too busy or crowded.
With being limited to social distancing and everything, even on the patio with the views, we have very limited seating, so we're limiting our customers to our historic Chiefs fans that are all coming in and wearing red.
At the Gas Lamp Quarter, Barley Mash says they live for NFL Sundays and the Super Bowl. But this year, they know it will be different.
I want everybody to practice social distancing, come in smaller groups, but it'll be interesting. We want to do everything right. We don't want to get anybody sick.
We're going in the right direction. Let's not take a step back. Just this year and this game, watch it at home, watch it with the people you live with.
That's what county officials had to say about gatherings at Wednesday's news conference, saying they plan to up enforcement. The San Diego Police Department says they will have increased enforcement Sunday. They say officers will respond to complaints about businesses, or in the case of residences, they will respond to noise complaints. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
New tonight, just hours ago, the U.S. Supreme Court issued an order allowing some California churches to resume their indoor services. This applies to the South Bay United Pentecostal Church in Chula Vista. That 600-seat sanctuary sued Governor Newsom over the state's COVID-19 restrictions on churches. Now, under the Supreme Court's latest ruling, it can reopen. The justices said that the state could enforce a 25% capacity limit on those services and refuse to allow singing or chanting.
Just days after students return to the classroom, there's already an outbreak in the Escondido Union School District. Today, the district announced COVID cases at 4 schools have forced 81 students and 15 staff members into quarantine. The schools involved are Far Avenue Elementary, Pioneer Elementary, Mission Middle, and Rock Springs Elementary. The district says none of the COVID cases was contracted at school. The federal government is sending reinforcements to vaccination sites across the country to help more Americans get protected against the virus. The Pentagon announced it will deploy more than 1,100 active troops, mostly nurses and medical specialists, to help at vaccination sites. And this comes as Johnson & Johnson applies for emergency use authorization for its single-dose vaccine. The shot is believed to be 66% effective in preventing moderate illness, but much more powerful against severe disease.
I'm pretty confident these vaccines will hold up to the variants, but I'm deeply worried that if the variants take off and end up infecting a lot of people, we could see our hospitals strained again. So we've got to push hard on getting vaccines out, especially to high-risk people.
If it gets the green light from the FDA, the first shots could begin as early as March. The company is promising 100 million doses by summer.
2 women who claim that San Diego police showed favoritism during a protest in Pacific Beach are suing the city, the mayor, and the police chief. Pro and anti-Donald Trump activists got into a confrontation January 9th. The lawsuit claims that police only declared an unlawful assembly for the anti-Trump crowd and officers used excessive force. Police said it was only the anti-Trump protesters who threw objects at them. Neither police nor the city are commenting on this suit.
Family and friends of a missing Chula Vista mom are teaming with police to find answers. Today, they held a joint news conference begging for information about where Maya Miliete might be.
Please bring her home. We need our sister. Her kids, they need their mom. Please help us find my sister.
Friends and family also filled the street outside the Chula Vista Police Department, asking people to honk for support. Maya Miliete was last seen January 7th. Her husband, Larry, says they had a fight and she left. Police say Larry is no longer cooperating with them, but they've not yet announced any suspects.
New video shows thieves taking thousands of dollars of jewelry from a National City store this evening. This is surveillance video from Fast Fix Jewelry Store inside the Plaza Bonita Mall. Now, the owners tell us those 2 men walked into the store around 5, showed interest in buying jewelry, and then, as you can see, that's when the thieves grabbed an entire display of jewelry and just ran off. The owners say they left in a light-colored Chrysler Model 300 with black rims. This is the second jewelry store theft inside the mall this month.
Proving you can be small and mighty, a San Diego child is making days a little brighter for those with no place to call home. In a story that's positively San Diego, I caught up with Abby Guth, who at the young age of 8 has the act of giving in the bag. It was a drive downtown with her parents when she was just 7 that would chart a course for Abby Guff. As she gazed out the back window of the family's SUV, she saw one after another, men, women, young people, and the elderly living on the streets of San Diego.
I just felt really bad for them.
She immediately started saving her allowance and then asked her mother Elizabeth to take her shopping. She had essentials to buy.
We just started getting Ziploc baggies, and we just started buying stuff and putting them in the bags, and we just started handing them out.
Handing out baggies filled with body wipes, hand warmers, rain ponchos.
Shaving cream, a toothbrush, some tissue.
They also get masks and hand sanitizers now that we're in the current pandemic.
Mom right beside her as each bag brings a smile, if only for a time.
From that moment on, it's been her goal to make sure that they know that they're loved.
With her family's help and donations from friends and strangers on Facebook, they've delivered 550 bags so far, launched a website, and a soon-to-be official nonprofit, Project Love to Love.
Every Christmas, I try to hand out a good amount of bags before I open any of my presents.
The next delivery is planned for Easter. Project Love to Love's Facebook page is filled with thank yous to all those people willing to donate and help provide the backpacks, blankets, beanies, and gloves getting ready to go out.
Yeah.
And to the homeless individuals, Abby tells me she would like to say, I hope you get shelter and have a good life. And Abby hopes to one day expand her efforts to include serving hot meals and even one day operating a shelter. And because of her steadfast dedication to those in need, ABC 10 News chooses Abby Guth as our 10 News Leadership Award winner for the month of February. And to nominate someone for the 10 News Leadership Award, go to our website, 10news.com, and click on Community.